Alright, welcome to my Mephisto gameplay and review. So I'll be reviewing the entire bundle. If you want to purchase it, it includes the skin itself, obviously, the Lego version, which is absolutely fire, the back bling, which is Mephisto's cloak, we've got the Demon's Hand pickaxe, and last but not least, the Hellfire Flare wrap. So 2,000 V-Bucks for the entire bundle, or you can buy everything sold separately, 1,500 for the skin, and then 800 for the pickaxe, and last 500 for the wrap. So Mephisto is an interesting character in the Marvel Universe. Unfortunately, he hasn't officially been seen in the MCU yet. He's been briefly seen in movies like Ghost Rider, but in the official timeline of the MCU, we have not seen him yet, so we don't really know what he looks like. This version looks like the comic book version, which is pretty good. So if you don't know anything about Mephisto, he's pretty much Marvel's version of the devil. So he's obviously a supervillain, and in the comics, he fights people that use magic a lot, like Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch. And of course, he plays a huge part with Doctor Doom, in particular with his mom, and then Ghost Rider as well. So even though we haven't officially seen him in the MCU yet, we just got his first reference ever. And that came in Agatha All Along Episode 3. They finally mentioned him by name. Can you believe that he's never been mentioned in the MCU timeline before? And in that episode, they said that someone could be an agent of Mephisto. And finally, they name dropped him. So hopefully he's going to have a storyline coming up in the official timeline soon. But we got him first in Fortnite before he makes his cameo in the real deal. So let's see what his description states. An extra-dimensional demon who rules a fiery kingdom. And he does not have any additional styles. His back bling says a cloak fit for a demonic despot. So a despot is basically someone who rules or has a lot of power. His pickaxe is what I'm most excited about. This thing looks incredible. Look at that. It's like a demonic hand. In fact, it is. It's called Demon's Hand, holding a skull with red eyes. And it says a staff crafted from a lesser demon. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have a glider, but if you own the Burning Beast, I think this is going to go tremendous with him. Literally a demon is what it looks like. And it's got that guitar riff when it spawns. Pretty cool. And lastly, the wrap is called Hellfire Flare, and it is reactive, nicely animated too. It's got little hints of orange in there with a nice maroonish red. So this should be a pretty interesting bundle. I don't see any reactivity, maybe on the pickaxe, but we'll see. So let's hop into a match and we'll check everything out. All right, here we go. Mephisto. I've got my friend Dark Legend 15. He says he knows a lot about Mephisto. We can get some inside knowledge because I don't know much about him. So I went with Burning Beast. Let's see how this looks. And you can hear the special deploy too. Here you go. Isn't that such a nice deploy noise? That is pretty sweet. And you hold on to his hooks on his feet. Or I guess those are his hands. It is a pretty big glider. And it looks like Mephisto's skin is a little lighter than this one. There's also the Lava Wing glider. So I think it does flow quite nicely. Let's just drop down a little bit. I love that you can just hear that dun dun dun. It's kind of scary. Look, they're making a deal over here. Ghost Rider and Mephisto. All right, here we go. First of all, as you can see, the cape, or the cloak rather, looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of these types of back blings, but it does flow pretty nicely. I'm sure it's going to look great without it as well. But you can see it does have some physics to it. And we're going to take a look at the pickaxe first, so I'll be quiet a second so you can see and hear the pull-out sound as well as the swing animation. Here you go. It has a jet black contrail. That's very, very creepy, to be honest. And the pull-out sound is nothing really special. It's actually a little smaller than I thought. It does look pretty good there. You can see Dark Legend swinging it. Let's see what it looks like in the dark. Okay, so it has hints of red in it too, obviously, from the glow there. Here, hold it still 1 second. Let me just see if I can... Okay, yeah, you can see the red. It's got some nice glow to it. From our perspective, though, it's kind of faint on the red side. Let's see if it's got a good splash. Hopefully it's bright red. Yes! Now that's a nice splash. That's like a blood red mixed with black. That's pretty solid there. Let me see if there's any special effect on the weak spots. Here, let me hit you a few times with it. See if there's any special player animation. Still got that nice blood red. Nothing special there. I'm trying to see if the hand actually opens at all. Doesn't look like it moves there. How about the weak spots? No. Nothing special there. All right, in the dark, you can see the... Oh, man, he's got such a creepy face. So just his eyes light up. I don't see anything else that glows. Oh, so here's what he looks like without the cape. I didn't even realize you don't have the cloak on. Nice. Let's take a look from the front on our perspective. I love that his hair is like almost horn-like. He's got the demon hair going for sure. All right, here he is again in the daylight. So the eyes are definitely not that noticeable in the day, but at night, pretty good. So this is a solid-looking skin. Obviously, he does stand out a bit because he's blood red. All right, so what do you think of his design? I know we haven't seen him in the MCU yet, but does this represent how he looks in the comics, or
Yeah.
what do you think?
In most comics, yeah.
He does look kind of scary, doesn't he? I would not make a deal with this guy for sure. Wow.
I imagine when it comes to the deal making, you wouldn't have much of a choice.
All right, let me check the aim down sights here real quick. So that's pretty clean. Obviously, his hair is a little pointy. I'm glad they didn't put horns on him. I'd rather have the hair fashioned like horns as opposed to real ones. So that's good in my opinion. Here's the reactivity on the wrap. Ooh, that's nice. I can't wait to see this on the wrap skin. So the wrap matches perfectly. I think that's a phenomenal looking color scheme, especially when it lights up. Okay, let's try in the dark here. You can see the embers flowing upwards. Oh yeah, that's great looking. Look at that. Really clean. And you can kind of see his eyes light up in the dark just a little bit from our perspective. All right, so we're going to see if anything is reactive to a limb. We've got Ghost Rider up here. Here we go. Actually, I'll not aim in so we can see better. Yeah, I didn't think anything. Okay, let me get one more. I'm going to aim in this time to see if my eyes light up. No, I didn't see anything. I doubt the pickaxe is reactive. Let me get one more limb. We'll just see if the pickaxe lights up or does anything special. No, I was kind of hoping that hand would open and close a little bit. All right, let me just take the back bling off real quick. Okay, so you still have the upper part. I actually thought that was part of the cape. It's kind of like Count Dracula's cape is what it looks like to me, but that stays. So he doesn't look too bad without the back bling, in my opinion. I think the cape does add a little effect, but I'm just not a big fan of him. And here's the aim down sights. Obviously, you can see way more of the red skin. Here's where you crouch. Let's see if actually that glitches out. Let me put some attachments on this. I'm hoping that little thing around his neck doesn't mess anything up. No, nothing with that scope. How about this one? Crouching here. No, okay, so no glitchiness. And here's from the front. Yeah, it's kind of like a Dracula. I don't even know what to call that. It's almost like a scarf, but... And you can see the skull he's got right in the middle of his chest there. So pretty bland, I'm not going to lie. There's not really much going on this skin other than his red skin and his crazy hair. All right, let's do the wrap skin here. Oh, wow. So that looks really good. Spider-Man! Look at that. You can see the silver skull like right in the middle. Is that the wrap right there?
Yes.
Oh, it's kind of flashing on my screen. That's weird. Is it flashing for you?
I don't see no flashing now.
So on my screen it looks orange. Okay, you can't tell me that this is not the better wrap skin. I mean, I don't know. You'll have to send me a picture of what yours looks like because on my screen it looks terrible. So I think his skin was glitched a little bit, but as you can see, it is a very nice looking wrap. I mean, I love that color scheme. I think some people will be put off a little bit by that skull in the middle, but it does look pretty good. And let's see the reactivity. So the skull has its eyes light up. I didn't realize that. Let's see, can you notice that? Oh yeah, you can see that on the wrap too. Okay, I didn't notice that the first time, but it's definitely evident when you're on the wrap skin. Oh wait, I see the skull on yours. It's kind of hidden a little bit by the marks on your back.
Yeah, I noticed. I thought, yeah, that is kind of dumb.
Okay, so let's turn the lights off a minute and see what it looks like in the dark. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Look at that. So I think this wrap is definitely a must-buy. This is pretty impressive. I like the pickaxe too. I was just hoping it would do a little bit more, but it's not reactive in any way. So, what do you prefer, cape on or cape off?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a toss-up. If I want to, I'll say cape on, because I don't know. I don't like looking at backs.
Fair enough. Well, first of all, what do you rate it out of 10? Give me a ranking.
I'll give it an 8.
8? Okay. So there you go. That is Mephisto. Out of all the demon-like skins we've had in Fortnite so far, I definitely think he's the best one. I love his creepy face there, and even though I'm not a big fan of cloaks or capes, I think it does flow quite nicely. So for example, here's a few other devil-like characters we've had. Dominion. I mean, Mephisto definitely reigns supreme over this guy. He's got those ginormous horns on the top of his head. Malice, okay, at least her horns are not that big. I actually prefer Malice over Dominion. She's got a nice animation and a lot more orange, but I just like the character design of Mephisto. I hope this is what he looks like in the MCU when and if he finally arrives. So a lot of people were looking forward to this skin, and there he is. I think he's very well done, and I was quite impressed. If nothing else, I definitely think the wrap is worthwhile. I was kind of hoping the pickaxe would be too, but I don't know. The splash is nice, contrail's okay. It just wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be. So there you go. That is the Mephisto bundle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.